Welcome back to the third episode of Let's Play City Skylines with mods with me, Lord Hudson. Yes, I have had a name change. It turns out that Hudson Hawk was also a movie. Who could have guessed? But yeah, where were we? We were busy building up the city. We have extended the highway a bit, create an extra on-ramp, and this is where our residential is growing, but we got a demand for industry, and so we have to expand our industry. And there is a little tiny issue here, is that this is an on-ramp only, so trucks that will come to this part of the industry will have to cross here, go down here, and pass underneath the overpass, and we can be a little bit smarter about that. We don't want too much traffic here, and plugging this whole bit up has to be a little bit more efficient. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna leave this as one way, and we're gonna create a second one way that comes down of it. And yeah, sure, it can be a nice long road, and it will connect to basically everything that's coming down here. And this is all two-way roads. Let's see if we can get that aligned. Not quite, but okay. And this will do. Extend the water a bit, like that. Enough power. Do we have enough power? We have enough power, so that's not an issue. And then plop down some industry. Yeah, why not there? And why not right on the border? And press play. Let's see how that grows. Now they're using the on-ramp very well, and I expect something similar here. We did do some changes here with the lanes, and they should extend throughout the whole roundabout. These are still in place. Good. So we've got dedicated lines for getting down here. It should keep the flow going. It might actually do exactly the opposite. If there is too much traffic that wants to come down here, then it will back up. But I think for the moment this will suffice. But let's see. Okay, we got again, industry is right now down, but residential goes up again. Did we already build? No buses, because we got no money. We need 30,000 credits for that, and we're about halfway there. So let's just happily build some new houses, and let's see how the city grows. Now right there, that's fine. And let's go to speed 3 and look at all those little houses popping up. Yeah, I think I already said this in the previous video. These are models that you can download from the workshop. I will post them beneath the video, a link so that you can download. There are a whole bunch of Antwerp buildings, and they make the city look more authentic to a European, like me at least. I wish you could have a little bit more control over what kind of buildings should appear. As far as I know, there's not yet a mod that allows you to do that, to say, okay, this type of model is used here to get like an old city center. Well, the demand for industry just keeps growing, and look at that. This is running rather nicely. But industry is still being demanded. So again, we're gonna expand, and we're gonna expand away from the town because you already see the ground color starts to change due to the inevitable, and that is pollution. And pollution is a factor in this game. It makes you very environmentally conscious, this game. As well as giving you a newfound respect for city planners. And now you understand why they always have to bulldoze everything. Because we need the room. And let's use the filler tool. And let's just do this right on the edge. Let's extend the waterworks. Yeah. Just go across like that. And it should go. Now this may become a problem because as it expands it will still use the exit roads available, and look at that. That's a sign of trouble right there. It still flows, but there are some issues, and we might have to rethink a few things. But for the time this works. And again, residential demands skyrocketed. But we do have the money for some public transportation. Do I want it right now, or do I want to expand a little bit more? I think I'm gonna have the city grow just a tad more. I'm tempted to extend the highway and have another on-ramp right here before crossing the river. Something similar to here. But we can always do that later on. Just extend the neighborhood right now. These are four blocks. Let's do that. Just to figure out. Yes, this is correct. This is correct. And that's one off. Still one off. Okay, I cut the power line. Will this be an issue? Let's see. Yes, this will still be an issue. Let's just demolish this bit and demolish this bit. And then the waterworks need to be extended. How about greenery? How green are we? Well, we've got a few things going for us, so that's a good thing. There's definitely gonna be a need for a nice little park. Again, lots of these things are custom and can be downloaded in the Steam workshop. Let's add a little park there. Healthcare. Now they're quite removed from the healthcare. But there's only 6 citizens sick right now. Capacity is 100, so yeah, I'm not too worried about that. Fire is always an issue. You need a lot more fire stations or firehouses than you need police stations. Because crime rate is 4%. Yeah, that's 6 bikes a week. Maybe that gets stolen. That's not something to get worried about. So let's just extend the housing here. some reason the commercial is not in pace with the housing. There is not enough schools, not enough educated workers. Well, yeah, that makes sense because I think we only have no schools. We've got very, very dumb, and that's exactly the reason why I think commercial is staying behind and the industry is so high. Our citizens right now are simply not bright enough to understand that there's also something as clean work. This is nice. All those cars parked there, that's nice. Of course, the heavy traffic through the city is not nice. We can start zoning, but we don't have, I don't think we have policies just yet. No, we've got some policies, but not the city planning policies. So we can do recycling, we discussed a bit, but it minimizes the stress on the landfill or the incinerators or recycling center if you have one installed, but no heavy traffic ban. But we should actually give this a name. You've got an issue with garbage. Yeah, I understand you got an issue. How the hell did you build there? There is no road there. That's weird. Yeah, okay. So you built your house where no road access is, and now you're wondering why your garbage is not collected. Well, there's only one thing to do for that, but I probably have to dezone this bit right there. And now I lost what I wanted to do. I want to do what? Exactly. I've completely forgotten what I was going to do. Let's see. I was talking about the garbage and about the policies. That's what what I was doing. It's been a long day. Let's leave it at that. Okay, our money is coming in. We are collecting 3,000 a week, I think. Yeah, weekly income. Let's give them some education. And oh, we're so happy. Or at least these people are. Those people are still dumb fucks. But let's speed it up a bit. We've got already, yeah, this is gonna max out at 300 quite easily. No, it's not going to max out. It's hovering about 290. Okay, so there's not much extra capacity there. Well, that's not a very big problem. Now, are we having any traffic issues right now? It still flows. It's a bit wonky, but it works. These people coming in probably to the new area, yeah, that works. Whenever you build up a new area, you get an influx of traffic that will die down after a while, but they actually drive to their new homes, which is kind of weird. Well, it makes sense, but it's all in one burst. And we have power issues. We have power issues because we do not have enough power. Okay. Do I do this again, or do I go clean? These things cost me 12,000. This cost me 19,000. This gives me how much? 40 megawatts. This gives me 20 megawatts at max. This is an upkeep of 560. This is an upkeep of 200. So I need 2 of these. That will cost me 400 a week. So that's 160 cheaper. Yeah, I'm not gonna do the full math, but I think this at max will be cheaper in the end. But it has to be built on water, and there is simply not enough water. There is simply no water available where the wind will reach such a speed that you can say, okay, this is going to give me 20 megawatts. So denied. Now, I might do some of these, but it's still a very long way until we get to this river where we can build a hydro dam. So yeah, for the time being, I'm sorry people, but there's gonna be pollution. And again, we have to wait for the money to rise. But we're at speed 3, and yeah, okay, now you are complaining. Then don't build next to a path. I think this is like a new kind of bug. I'm not quite sure. I've never seen that before. Maybe it's a bug that sneaked in with. Because this, yeah, this is besides a road, so that's fine. Because these are all. I'm not sure why that happened there. Well, okay, shit happens. Nice little houses. Look at that residential demands. How far away are we from the next landmark where we get city policy and we get the highways? Is this the old one or is this the new one? This is my bus station, which it's a prefix that I built that somehow got locked to 42,000. I'm not quite sure how that happened. You get a lot of road options, police headquarters, oil power, hospital. Okay, so that's not something. I just remembered what we were supposed to do. We were supposed to zone, or at least get a district going. So we can later give it some policies. So let's make this little neighborhood. I'm trying to avoid the highways, because of course highways are allowed to use for heavy traffic. So you can apply those rules to the highway. I think it still work. Maybe it makes sense in some sort of traffic flow idea that highways are forbidden for heavy traffic, but generally speaking, no. Okay, let's give this a name. Well, the town name is Hudson, and I'm just assuming that this river therefore is the Hudson. So let's just call this right now Hudson. And this is the industrial estate. That, yeah, we are gonna, so why not? And as this of course will not have heavy traffic, then I can cross the highway no problem. Coleridge Square? Not quite. Not quite. Yeah, let's give this a name. It's an industrial estate, so what other rivers do we have, or waterways, or anything that's inspiring for a name that sounds industrial? I have no idea. Let's just come up with something. Container flats. That's the only thing I could think of. Yeah. Okay, huge demand for, again, residential. Now I want to expand, that's not a problem, but I want my bus more. It should relieve at least some of this traffic. Let's see. This is starting to be an issue. It still flows, but it is an issue. Okay, we got enough money for the bus depot. You need a bus depot. You only need one to set up a bus line, but if your city is too big, then it will take a very long time for your buses to arrive at their first stop. As soon as they at the first stop, they will continue their route, but for their first stop it will be essential that they have a depot within a reasonable distance. Because not having that will mean that those buses, which will all leave pretty much at the same time. Now I want them on this side of the street. Will create something of a traffic nightmare. Why don't you? Is this one way? Is this just a one-way street? Shit, it's a one-way street. Okay, that's not the plan. I had not realized this is one-way traffic. So that also explains why this is so incredibly busy. There's no way back. Yes. Well, we might actually be able to remedy that, at least for the bus, by giving it access to this. Okay, there's gonna be a power outage, so let's fix that. Okay, so now I can have the buses come over this part right here, and then it will come back to there. So where did I start? I start there, and there. Yeah, why not there? Get over here. Now you just have to go through the town. And those smiley faces give you an idea of how far people will walk, I guess, to get onto a bus. You have to try to avoid putting those bus stops too close to an intersection, if you can. If not, yeah, well, they're not, but if you could avoid it, try to avoid it, because it will not do anything good for the traffic around those intersections. Okay, there we have it, and now the buses should start leaving, and they all leave one after another. You cannot control the amount of buses without any mods. Basically you can only manipulate it by the budget. So less money is a few buses less, more money is more buses. But I think they calculate it by the amount of stops you have. And they all go to their first stop. Okay, let's look at this traffic here. Ah, there's a big ass fire there. It flows. It does flow. Okay, we need to expand quite seriously. So let's expand the highway by demolishing this bit. And then let's go straight, I guess. You two go straight. And then reverse this bit. Now as for the power line, I think that if this power line connects here, that this whole bit here is becoming redundant, but I might have like secondary line right there. Okay, back to the highway. Let's do that. And in a short while we will be crossing that river. But before that, let's build another off-ramp. Let's have the crossing bridge. Gas from here to about there. And then this lined up with that quite nicely. Jolly good. Oh, not enough money. Really? Am I that poor? Apparently I am that poor. Okay, let's speed it up. And let's see if I can rake in enough money. Yes, there it is. Okay. Then I'm gonna upgrade this to the one-way streets. And then I'm gonna have this nicely connected. And I hope this will take this. It will take. Nice. Oh, lovely jubbly. Makes the ending a little bit wonky, but yeah, just for the moment it will go across the river. And you've got this nice highway. It's already being used, that's also nice. And now we can actually build a second neighborhood on the other side of the highway. Because we have to gonna give that a name as well. If you have suggestions for the new neighborhood, please put it into the comments, because I'm shit at making up names. Other than that, we're gonna do that in the next episode. For now, thank you for watching.